Hello and welcome. I am a storyteller, and this is the World of Atlantica, a tabletop RPG world-building project that is being designed for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Old School Essentials, and any other game system, frankly. Today's episode brings us yet another monster for Old School Essentials. And it's going to build upon the concept of the Mar, a sea of magical energy upon which the world of Atlantica is built. The Marwhal is a flying psychic whale. It sails through the energies of the Mar, sometimes into the seas of Atlantica as well. And while it can fly through the air, it generally prefers to stay hidden under the Mar or under the ocean, because Marwhals are generally very shy creatures. Now, looking at their stats here, we can see they're pretty tough. They've got an armor class of 18. A small, young Marwhal might have hit dice of 6 plus 6, whereas the largest would have 12 plus 12. Their attacks do between, for the youngest, 1d20 damage. The largest do 3d20 damage, and they have a plus 14 to hit. They move by flying. That's 180 feet per turn, or 60 per combat round. Their saving throws are Death and Poison 4, Wands 5, Petrification Paralysis 6, Breath 8, and Breath 5 and Spells 8. Which is makes them very capable combatants, although their morale is only 7. And while their number appearing is 5d6, like I said, they prefer to avoid combat. And if combat did start, they're likely to just flee. Because they just want to spend their life traveling through the Mar and the sea. They're bluish-gray in color, with large white marks around their eyes, which are a dark black color. And they generally stay away from humanoids. Now, with that said, if they are angry enough, say a ship, there's a close call with a ship, or a ship hits a Marwhal or something like that, now they will attempt to ram and destroy the vessel, and generally will be successful in that attempt. They can also communicate telepathically with not just other Marwhals, but any intelligent creature within 200 feet of them. Now, as far as their society, Marwhals live and travel in pods of about 30 individuals. In mating seasons, however, they sometimes form superpods of up to 100 individuals. Little is known about their social structure, their habitat by the humanoid peoples of Atlantica. There are legends that they were domesticated by the elves of old and were used to haul chariots across the Mar. However, the domesticated pods of Marwhals that the elves once used were killed by men and orcs during the rebellion against the elf empire. And ever since that time, even the wild Marwhals seem to have become both increasingly rare and far more private, staying away from the world of the surface. Now, they're not often dangerous, but like I said, they will attack and destroy ships sometimes if they're angry. And historically, some Marwhals have become famous for their acts of vengeance against the shipping, say, of a certain port or something like that. Sailors sometimes speak, even today, of seeing Marwhals pulling chariots across the Mar. These are largely dismissed as old wives' tales. In truth, the secret cabal of elf druids does have a single pod of domesticated Marwhals. Now, as far as their seasonal behavior, they are more often found in the water when it's summer and it's hot to cool off. They generally prefer to stay in the Mar, but close to sea usually, so they can get something to drink. Now, technically, while they fly and don't swim, they can breathe in either air or water, and they rarely surface. except for brief periods for fun, it appears. If you ever see one flying about, it's probably just having a good time. They're shy creatures. Often if they are spotted, if they see they are spotted, they will flee. Ever since the great culling of their kind centuries ago, especially. Like I said, there is that single pod that the druids secretly use the Marwhals for, reconnaissance, and to place the druidic agents in secret across the world. But anyway, we'll get into that in a later episode. Now, with all that said, I think the purpose of the Marwhal is less of a, generally speaking, a combat encounter. I don't think every creature in your campaign should be designed purposefully with the first principle in mind of being what would it be like in combat. You'd be more likely just to see them rarely, or perhaps to be communicated with than a fight. Like I said, unless your vessel happened to run one over or something, then you might be in for a fight. At any rate, if you want a PDF copy of this monster and the other beasts of Atlantica, you're welcome to pick one up at the World of Atlantica Discord channel, linked below. In addition to this and other monsters, there are NPCs, maps, and free-to-use classes. And for more, please like and subscribe, and you'll get more content like this. So until next time, peace!